Hello everyone, welcome to ACC channel.
Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about a very important topic, that is taxability of gifts in India. It's a very important topic considering the fact that the government has been trying to rationalize this area so that there is no tax evasion so far as gifts are concerned. Gifts are of various types. Gifts can be of any sum of money. It can be an immovable property. It can be a movable property as well. Let us try to understand each and every part in detail. If a person receives any sum of money, and if that sum of money is more than 50,000, then the whole amount is taxable in the hands of the recipient. But if the amount received is less than 50,000, then the total amount is tax-free. We have to understand one fact. Let's try to understand with an example. If a person receives a gift of rupees 30,000 from one person, and he receives another amount from another person for rupees 30,000 again. Now in total he has received during a financial year, it's very important to note that we are talking about a particular financial year. In that financial year, in our case, he has received a total gift of rupees 60,000. The whole amount becomes taxable in his hands. Second part is about the immovable property. Now, a person can receive a gift of immovable property in two ways. How? One is through total. He does not pay any consideration. He receives total as gift. Another could be that he pays consideration, but it is not equal to the amount of the value of the immovable property. In the first case, the total amount is taxable in the hands of the recipient, provided the value of the property is more than 50,000, which would be obviously in any case, in a general sense. In second case, when he pays something to the person from whom he is receiving the immovable property, and if the amount of payment is more than 50,000, the difference between the circle rate of that property and the consideration paid is more than 50,000. In that case, the difference amount becomes taxable in his hands as a gift. Now, third case could be when he receives a property. Just like an immovable property, in this case, we'll have to ascertain what is the fair market value of that property. And if he receives that movable property totally as a gift, then the whole amount, the whole market value of that property becomes taxable in his hands. But if he pays something for that movable property, then the difference between the fair market value and the consideration that he has paid for that immovable property, if it exceeds 50,000, then the whole of the difference becomes taxable in his hands. For example, if a person receives a car worth say rupees 15 lakhs, that amount of the car, the fair market value, the market value of that car is totally taxable in his hands, who has received the gift. Now, this is about the taxability. But the most important part is the exemption. When are gifts exempt? Everybody wants to know when the gifts are exempt. Now, there are certain provisions which the law provides in which the gifts are totally tax exempt. What are they? First and foremost is when you receive a gift from a relative. Now, the important point here is that what is relative? A relative has been defined under the income tax law as follows. Relative is defined as spouse of the individual, brother or sister of the individual, brother or sister of the spouse of the individual, brother or sister of either of the parents of the individual, lineal descendant or ascendant of the individual, any lineal ascendant or descendant of the spouse of the individual, spouse of the person, the term referred to in clause 2 to 6 above, and in the case of a Hindu undivided family, any member thereof. Now, therefore, if a person receives a gift from any of the relatives, as mentioned just now, those gifts are totally tax exempt. We have made a pictorial presentation for that. You can have a look at this, which will give you a brief idea about what, from whom you receive a gift, it is totally exempt. Here we see in the picture, it could be father, father's brother, father's sister, mother, mother-in-law, father-in-law, and so on and so forth. Next category over here to consider when the gifts are exempt is marriage gifts. When you receive a gift during the occasion of the marriage, it is totally exempt. Now here the important point to be noted is that a person who is getting married should receive the gift, which is very important, because a person who is getting married and any person on behalf of that person who is getting married receives the gift is not exempt. It will be taxable in the hands of the person who has received the gift. For example, a daughter is getting married and the father receives a gift from any of the visitors or any of the invitees. He receives a gift. That gift is taxable in the hands of the father. Another point to be noted is that the gift should be received on the occasion of the marriage. Supposing you receive a gift on the occasion of the engagement of the person, it is not exempt. It is taxable. Now the next category is specially exempt gifts. Let us see what all these are. In this category, the following is the list. As you see on the monitor, a gift received under a will or by way of an inheritance, gift in contemplation of death of the donor, gift from any local authority, gift from any fund or foundation or university or other educational institution or hospital or any trust or any institution referred to in section 1023C, gift from any trust or institution which is registered as a public charitable trust or institution under section 12A/12AA. Now, due to extensive tax planning which goes on by the way of gifts, it is very important that proper documents should be maintained when you receive a gift, because at the assessment these can prove to be very handy, and if you do not have the proper documents, it can be detrimental and could add on to your income by way of other sources along with the interest and penalty. So make sure that you have proper documents whenever you receive a gift, especially of very heavy amounts. So, have you received any gift during the financial year? Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.